Whenever you were out on a drive and passed by a doctor's office, a pharmacy, or hospital, when you were watching an old war movie or TV show, when you were reading a textbook or searching the web, whatever the case may be, you might have looked at this symbol and thought, what the heck is this? Of course, I'm talking about the rod of Asclepius. Or, wait, sorry, wrong symbol. I meant this one. Or actually, maybe it was this one. Well, hold on. Which one is it? Whatever. In this video, follow with me through the story of a healer, a man of peace and care brought into this world from violence, trickery, and infidelity. We will learn which symbols mean what, and learn a thing or two about how the Greeks viewed medicine, snakes, life, death, and the balance in between. The story of Asclepius is a complicated one. It starts with his parents, a mortal woman named Coronis, and the god Apollo. While pregnant with Asclepius, Coronis betrayed the god and slept with another mortal man. Apollo learned of this, either by his own prophetic powers, being told by his raven, his mortal prophets down below, or by Hermes, the messenger of gods. Regardless, Apollo sent Artemis, his sister, down to kill Coronis and her family for this betrayal. Apollo saved his son by pulling him from his mother's womb as she died, the first ever C-section in history. Asclepius was raised by Apollo and taught by Chiron, the centaur. After this, he traveled giving healing and care to those he found in need of it. He was a very well accomplished healer and slowly became famous. What happens next depends on the version of the story you like. In one telling, Asclepius met a snake, and in payment for a kindness that he gave it, the snake gave to Asclepius knowledge. It licked his ears clean and taught him the secrets of healing and medicine, known only by it. In another telling, Asclepius was confined and commanded to resurrect a man. While thinking of what he should do, a snake slithered next to his staff as he tapped it upon the ground. Asclepius unknowingly crushed and killed the snake. Soon, another snake came, bearing a herb in its mouth, and placed it on the head of the dead snake, bringing it back to life. Seeing this, Asclepius knew what to do and used the herb to resurrect his commanded charge. As time went on, his fame grew, and whether you believe the versions of the tale where he brought the dead back to life, or simply that he was an accomplished healer who could mend fatal wounds and treat deadly diseases, either way, Hades began to get angry. He thought Asclepius to be stealing his subjects, meddling in death, which was Hades' domain, not of man's. He complained to Zeus, the All-Father, worried that Asclepius might teach his secrets to even more humans. The god killed the mortal with his lightning bolt. Apollo requested his son be immortalized, and the fates put him among the stars as a constellation. And that is the story of Asclepius. It is perhaps a very old telling of a contemporary problem we as humans struggle with today, that of medicine and science, and how there are those who think it might be going too far into unknown territory. We spend millions and countless hours searching and experimenting in order to lengthen our lifespans, cure diseases, and increase our quality of life. To many, it is a blessing, a new grant on life. To some, it is an affront to the natural world, that the ways of life and death should be beyond man's grasp, and we should not put our ignorant and fumbling hands into places we do not understand. It is interesting to see that even thousands of years ago, humans were still worried about and arguing among themselves the same topics that we are today. The Greeks believed in the sin of hubris, or pride, and saw it as dangerous for man to aspire to the powers of the gods. By attempting to usurp the authority of the gods, Asclepius was seen as guilty of these sins, which ultimately led to his death by Zeus. The same thing we debate today for many topics in medicine and science. The enduring relevance of ancient mythological tales, such as that of Asclepius, shows the timeless nature of the questions we explore and the themes they address. While the specific contexts and cultures may have changed over time, the fundamental human concerns about morality, ethics, and the limits of knowledge and power, and the relationship between humanity and the divine, remain the same. But then, what about these symbols where we started? Which is which then? Well, that is complicated. The most simple of answers is that this one is the traditional symbol of medicine and healing, the rod of Asclepius, the single staff woven by a single snake. As the tale we discussed goes over, snakes are an important part of Greek ideas of knowledge and healing. Whether one taught the secrets of medicine into his ear, or if Asclepius learned the secrets of life and death by watching the snakes in his prison. Even more so, snakes shedding their skin was often associated with renewal and rejuvenation, and this further enhances their symbolic connection to healing and transformation. So what of this symbol? Well, this is the symbol of Hermes, the messenger god. Two snakes with a set of wings wrapped around a staff. This symbol is used as the symbol of logistics, and in the past for alchemy, astrology, and astronomy. Why are they then confused so often? Beyond the most obvious visual similarities, it's the interconnectedness of their meanings and their stories. So let me explain. As we said, ancient Greeks saw the snake as a symbol of healing, medicine, and transformation. Which of these symbols would represent that then? The symbol of one snake, or two? The one snake that cleaned Asclepius' ear and taught him healing, perhaps? Or the two snakes that entered his prison and showed him resurrection? The symbol of a man pulled from his mother's womb by the god of healing? Or the symbol of the god who whispered into Apollo's ear, setting down the first domino in a long line of Asclepius' tragic life? And what of that constellation, the serpent bearer? A man in the sky holding, was it one serpent or two serpents? These things get muddied over 2,000 years or so. It's hard to know with certainty what parts of Hermes' symbol inspired the Asclepian or vice versa. They are intertwined in visual imagery, but also in myth and folklore. It's possible that this imagery reflects the merging of various mythological elements over time, and now these are far too mixed to separate fully. But for the sake of simplicity and modern accuracy, the symbol of medicine and healing is the Asclepian, or the rod of Asclepius, a single snake woven around a staff. The symbol of logistics, commerce, and alchemy is the rod of Hermes, or the Caduceus, two serpents woven around a staff with wings at the top. So, that's it. No more arguing. But, if you're interested in more discussions about folklore, mythology, legends, and how they connect to contemporary society today, take a look at the other videos on my channel. I'm sure there will be something to catch your interest. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already for even more myths and tales. Give the video a like and share it with your friends. Put a comment below if you knew which symbol was which in the very beginning. Or if you have a suggestion for a future video topic, tell me down below in the comments. Until next time, thank you, listeners.